Hey guys, what's up? My name is Francis and welcome back to my channel. Now in today's video, I am going to be showing you how you can make super slow motion with the DJI Spark. And yes, the Spark only shoots at 30 frames per second. So how are we going to get around this? Right, so obviously one of the biggest drawbacks with the DJI Spark is that it shoots at 30 frames per second. It doesn't have 60 nor 120, so we can't slow it down to that beautiful slow motion that you can get with the Mavic Air or the Pro. But there is ways around it, so I'm going to be showing you how you can make your footage go from this to as slow as this. Right, to be able to achieve super slow motion with the DJI Spark, you're going to have to drag in your footage into Adobe Premiere Pro. Right, so my sequence is set at 24 frames per second. This is what I want to edit it to. So the first thing I need to do is go onto the footage I want to make slow motion, right click and go down to Modify, Interpret Footage, and I want to bring them 30 frames per second into 24 frames. Now this isn't the slow motion, this is the procedure we need to start with to be able to get the super slow motion. Right, for the sake of today, I'm going to edit two different clips to show you what we can actually achieve using this real simple method. So the first one is this beautiful sort of ruins that is down in Weymouth Bay. And I'm just going to select this tiny little part here and I'm going to drag that to the timeline. This is the part I want to make slow motion. So once it's on my timeline, I'm going to right click the video and I'm going to go to speed duration. Once this is selected, I'm going to type in 20%. And you know, like 20% is super slow motion. So as you can see, this isn't the super slow motion that we are trying to achieve. This is the horrible slideshow edition that you do not want to upload onto YouTube because it's going to make you look like a poor filmmaker. So how do we achieve this super slow motion? You're going to right click the video again and you're going to go down to time interpolation. Once you go here, you want to find optical flow. So what this actually does is it actually creates the missing frames within your timeline. It's going to think about all of the pixels and the colouring and create something that will probably be exactly where it needs to be able to create that 24 frames per second. So above the video there's now a red line, and this red line is telling you that your video needs to be rendered before you can view it in high quality. So to do that, all you need to do is press enter and then let Adobe Premiere do all of the work. This normally takes a couple of minutes depending on how much you want to slow-mo, because you've got to make those frames. These frames don't exist, so Adobe Premiere is sorting that out. So it normally takes a couple of minutes depending on the size. So as you can see here, it's creating 116 new frames to sit in between your sort of image to make that 24 frames per second to give you that super slow motion. So once that's done, hit spacebar on your keyboard and watch this beautiful super slow motion with your DJI Spark. Who would believe it? Right, so I'm going to do another clip just to show you a moving object within inside the image, because the first one you get this nice rolling shot going over the ruins, but this time I actually want to show you what it looks like when you're actually following an object. And for today, obviously I'm using this big bright red car that we shot in Ireland last year. And yeah, we're going to do the exact same again. We're going to drag that onto the timeline and you're going to go back down to speed duration and we're going to take it again down to 20%. Now I think you can push this really far. I think you can take it down to like 10, 5, 2. It's crazy what you can actually do, but just for today I think 20% is slow enough. You don't want to go any slower than that because it will just end up just being a picture. You need some sort of movement in it to make it look like a video. Again, we're going to right click and go down to time interpolation and we're going to click optical flow. And again, just like magic, Adobe Premiere will create them frames for you and again give you beautiful slow motion. And that's it guys, it's as simple as that. And to give that even better slow motion effect, you just want to make sure you add in real sort of dreamy ambient music to sit with this footage, because now it's slow motion. You don't want anything quite upbeat. You want it to be slow to, you know, to match what you've created. I think music has a huge part to play with how your footage will be interpreted from other people when they're watching it. So yeah, make sure you pick something real slow, dreamy, ambient. So I'm going to show you this little montage with what I've made using just DJI Spark footage, and I've slowed it right down to around 20%. Have a look. And that's it guys, I hope you have enjoyed today's video. It's a real simple one from me, but I really think this could actually be a game changer to some people when they're trying to figure out if they want the DJI Spark or the Mavic Pro or something. You know, if it is that slow motion that you're really looking for, then there is ways around it with using stuff like this with time interpolation in Premiere Pro. So don't feel disheartened about missing them frames per second. There's still ways to do it using editing techniques. And that is what it's all about, trying to make the best out of the equipment that we are using today. You don't need all of this big fancy stuff sometimes to create beautiful imagery. You do not need it. I just want to talk about the video I mentioned a few days ago about you guys sending over your drone footage and for me to review it in a video. This is coming very soon. It's actually going to be a segment called Drone Tribe. I just want to get everything right. I'm still trying to figure out the structure of this, but this will be a weekly show. I'm going to showcase around 4 or maybe 5 different people's works, and we're going to go in depth and just review them, talk about them and share them to the world. And I think it's going to be a real interesting part of this channel. It will be a weekly upload, so yeah, make sure you send in more videos. I've got incredible stuff so far, and yeah, I just can't wait to bring this all together to create this community that I can really envision, and it's happening, it's slowly happening. Also, if you're looking for music for your YouTube channel, go to the link in the top of my description. We've got Epidemic Music, and you will be taken to a place where YouTubers like myself have access to thousands of songs. It's all royalty free and they can sit on YouTube. There's no headache, it's incredible. Thank you so much guys for being a part of this community, and I can't wait to see this grow. Peace out, take care, and I love you lots. Peace.